Alright, so this time on Garbage Boys, we are going to go to the caves. Such a nice feeling to be able to just get your butt over here. Let's see. Well, now here, just grab some stuff. Because we're going to make everything needed for the propulsion cannon, which actually, ironically enough, you take a look at these and it looks like they can be moved. They can be. You just can't do it at the beginning of the game. That is one of the things that the propulsion cannon actually allows you to do. Now, there are other ways to get into these caves. The propulsion cannon is the easiest way. Let's get 1 copper, please. There we go. So that gives us everything. Back to you. In, and I need for this propulsion cannon silver and battery. Let's go ahead and make the battery. Got enough for a wiring kit in my inventory already, and we'll go ahead and make it. Now there's also one more thing that I got while I was down there. It was one more upgrade. And it was a vehicle upgrade console. And this is why it's important to take a look at what is in your construction inventory. You can either pull up your little blueprint right here to figure it out, or look through these and be like, oh, that's exactly what I need to figure out. Scanner room stuff. You're like, how do I look for this stuff? Well, you probably have to build a scanner room. Okay, so what else do I need for the upgrade console? 2 more titanium, a computer chip, and copper wire. So, I can't finish making that yet. Let's see, what about for a computer chip? I need 4 copper. That's why it's so annoying, why copper is so annoying in this game. That right there is the reason. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves stocked up, or fully fed and watered up first. So cooked boomerangs. It's a lot better for me to do peepers at this point in the game, but it's not gonna matter. Alright, boomerangs, got you. Pretty much full up on food. I'll put the flares away, put one first aid kit away, and I'll put the fire extinguishers away. I don't need any of those right now. And then we're going to take a quick trip to the caves. So we'll have to go back to
all systems online.
One that we were looking for. Let's see, do I have Life Pod 17 on here? Yeah. Put back to red. Are you... Can I see you? Hello? Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab Life Pod 3 right now, too. Now, what's really interesting is based off the color, you would think that the infection is actually caused by... Grab that PDA, grab this. You would actually think that this infection that we just saw in the last episode that sand shark had would be caused by, like, those gasopods. You know, could have been. Sea glide fragment. This is like one of the easiest places in the game, if you know where it is, to go find sea glide fragments. And essentially this is where it kind of tells you to go get it anyways, because if you listen to, not Avery Quinn, Life Pod 3.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Irregular sea glide does a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. That's
power cell rig. This one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
I'm sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the light point.
You're calm about this?
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the math, I'll be terrified.
So what it's showing right there, and at first you actually got a radio message that talked about how they were plugging holes in their emergency sea glide. Now, you're probably listening to that radio message and going, what in the heck is a sea glide? Which is a good question if you've never played this game before, because you don't have all those blueprints active for you. You don't know where they're all coming from. So it takes a while for you to find everything. And that's expected, and that's the point. So there are multiple ways that it shows you where to go. Kind of puts you out of your comfort zone, because to get to that life pod, you have to go through the kelp forest, and you don't have a lot of visibility in the kelp forest. It's not an easy thing for you to sit there and go, this is what I want to do, and this is where I want to go. All right. Now, this isn't the way I would normally recommend going down here, but this is the place that I showed you. Look, we've got new fish. This is obviously a new biome. This is still part of the grassy plateau, but it's a new biome called the caves.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
And with it being a new biome, you look around, you find there's things like more shale.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Please. Some lithium right there.
In this cave support a microcosm of human, possibly predatory. Detecting an artificial structure.
And that is our first kind of eye-opening. What do you mean there is an artificial structure in this area? Lithium. And magnetite. This is the first time we find something like this. Still normal. So magnetite obviously is a new resource that we just found. All of this is wonderful. That's what my diamonds are so frustrating. Alright.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's less than 30 seconds remaining, because when you go below 100 meters, the time it takes for your oxygen to go down increases, or it's a lot faster to go down in oxygen. And then if you get down to 200 meters, it's even faster that you run out of oxygen. Let's see. Get you. And let's go to the easy entrance for the other. There are 4 cave entrances. I'm gonna only stick to 2 right now, because the second one we're about to go to, this is another one right here. The second one I'm about to go to is a lot faster for us to go where we end up wanting to go. Base is still over there, our life pod's still over there. Those kind of help keep us oriented. We'll go through this. There should be a kelp forest right here. The first time that I got a life pod spawn, it was actually right here. That's where I first started this game, which is interesting because you got this right there. And I just thought it was just like a weird volcanic thing that actually has its own gameplay functionality. We could go through this wreck. Let's just see if I got a modification station. Do I have no baddie right here. Now, if I'm unlucky, the sand shark spawns in here.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I'm not unlucky. Ooh, lore. Transgov profile Mongolian independent states. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. and read it. And I'm not trying to do stuff for you. Man, I wish I could be reading it while I'm cutting this door open, because that would have been good. So there's background lore to the multiple governments that fly through space. And it's not crazy, but it helps explain why the Aurora was in this general area. Because it wasn't just here because, you know, shits and gigs. It came here actually on a secret mission. Chair, do that. Boom. There we go. Desk. That's supply crate. That's more goodies. Running out of oxygen. Let's go. I've got the modification station. You might think that's a cave entrance. This, ironically, is not, but it's another one of those layers that adds even more beauty to this. So one of my favorite things that Subnautica does to it's twofold. The first reason that there's a fog, like in the background underwater, is because it hides the render distance. Because to save space in this game, it doesn't load everything in. And, you know, if there wasn't any fog, you would be able to see that quite easily. But because they do it this way, you can actually, let's see, now there's that structure. I don't think there's a little worm thing in there. We're gonna keep it right here because I've got crushed up of 200.
Oxygen
Alright, we're gonna have to go quick because I only have, I think, 60 seconds of oxygen when I'm down at this point. Thermal plant. Another new toy. I don't need to scan these. Let's try to get all these. It's PDA. I'm actually not supposed to find this yet. I'm actually a little bit out of order with this, but I like it just the way I do it. Flood filtration machine. I'm gonna have to back out and get some more oxygen after I scan this.
30 seconds. Blueprint acquired.
And that is one of the big nasties down here. Well, it's not really a big nasty. It's not terrible. Kind of want to get it to go back into its mushroom. Alright, cool. Get back down. So this actually was supposed to be the second of the structures I was supposed to find. There was another place I was supposed to go first, but I like to do things in a certain order because it's just the way I like it. Alright, multi-purpose room. Tell me that I didn't just lose all my progress in this. Come on. Let's finish this. So if you're not watching those, you want to kind of stay away from these mushrooms, because if you're not watching them, you see those worms, they can go in them. If they go in and you're by it, they will launch a surprise attack on you. I don't want that. Nuclear reactor. Oh my gosh, look at all these. Good with that. I want those. No. We did that.
Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating
Yes, I
new
need
PDA
this.
data.
ultra high capacity tank. Perfect. And now, once I scan this, I can sleep.
New blueprint acquired. 30
Yep.
seconds.
That's what happens when you bump into those. You take poison damage. Oh man, I cut this close.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, I think there's still more down here that I need to get. Ugh, I'm just gonna finish. Come on.
Integrating new PDA data.
Is there another PA over here? Yes. Those.
Integrating new
wall planner.
PDA data.
Cool. I think
Blueprint acquired.
that does it for in here.
30 seconds.
I think I saw one of those big guys crawl into that. No, maybe I didn't. Okay. And then, just because I'm a masochist, there's
200 meters.
one more
Oxygen
PDA down here,
efficiency
I'm pretty
decreased.
sure, and then I'm done. Alright,
Integrating new PDA data.
I think that does it for now. So we finished up our journey down here. And now, because I got all of those, I can actually give you a little bit more lore. And we unlocked the new codex of the Degassi survivors. What is the Degassi survivors? Well, we'll talk about Bart's first, because Bart, we're starting from the beginning for him,
I thought it might be claustrophobic living underwater.
because it'll make more sense
Father feels it is.
once we get
Tell me it was
even
childish,
more of these. But
I
there
still
was
have
another
to
ship that ended up
sometimes
crashing
think
here
how lucky I am to see this world up close.
called the
Back
Degassi.
on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here.
To
The fish, they glow.
be careful here
There's one
too.
that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. Learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax
But
some marble melons into
essentially, for
growing
Bart,
and when they don't
he
cover
was
our
going
dietary
through
needs, well,
and cataloging. He was very, very
it's a bit
intelligent.
gross.
He was going to end up being like
I've been
his
attempting
father's
to document
successor
my findings.
in terms of
Father approves. He says, understanding
running his
the
the
more we know
company.
about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing,
Gonna go to baby's
notes,
first base.
testing theories, shows
I
me
need
the world
to
in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could.
repair this because I didn't
Lately, I've been
realize that
watching
it
the
took
crab
damage, and I also need
They
to eat
ambush
some
their prey
food.
as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues.
Let's get back over here.
Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
Right, first things first, let's repair this all the way. And we're gonna come in and charge it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ew. Let's go find to finish this. Alright, we got that. Now we need computer chips and copper wire, which I think we need 2. Let's see what this one is.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates
Need more
downloaded.
copper. which is going to be a theme.
Location
A
uploaded.
really, really frustrating theme.
The PDA.
I'm going to need to... Let's make things a little bit easier on myself. Where is the grab trap? Unless that takes a bat. I'm not making the battery, no. No, we're not doing that. Alright, let's go catch some fish. I need food, I need water. Peeper. Where'd Peeper go? Peeper! Sir? Now, the one that we really want is the Reginald. That is the fish that gives the most food for you to eat. I think it gives about 41% for each. Peeper is pretty close behind that, but I think there's one more in between. There we go. Water. Alright. Unfortunately, gotta do one more little trip around finding some good stuff. And then we'll start making a lot more of everything that we found. So if you've never found this tube is always full of resources. The first time you find it. And Ross is online. Maybe he will make another appearance in another video, or be the inspiration behind another viral short of ours. He's very proud of Bacon Boy in the, what is it called? The Boomerang Foo shorts. That one was the first one of ours to go above 5,000 views, which is pretty nice. Alright, let's see what we got. That's 5 copper, in which we'll run out of almost immediately, somehow. Alright, here we go. Find some more. What you end up finding is you end up spending like a ridiculous amount of time underwater and less of time on the surface. And we haven't even found the best part of the surface yet. Alright, see ya. Sulfur? You. Boo. Gangsta.
Oxygen.
I never went to the surface once. That is stupid. Alright, let's see. We need another copper wire, because we need to make this. Let's find table coral and grab some gold. Hey, what's up, Ross? Do I have my silver for wire kit? No. I've got the computer chip. Boom. Alright. Gonna finish making this. Left the other copper wire in here. And unlike Eric, I remembered that I have copper wire in here. Boom. Alright. So this does 2 things for us. We get to customize our sea moth, 1, and we also have a fabricator here that includes additional stuff. So there are some modules that are for both the sea moth and then this prawn suit, which we haven't seen yet, and then there's torpedoes. These are honestly really bad, not really worth it. Fun to use, but not really worth it. And then we've got other things like the torpedo, because you have to, 1, build the torpedo system, So we'd have to find aerogel. We got sonar, solar charger, perimeter defense system. These are all pretty decent. The depth module is, like, as you go through it, are actually probably the most important. Sonar module, like that, if you need to see what your surroundings are in the dark, that's good. You can also highlight other things, like other animals around you. Storage module, it's probably one of the things that we'd want. Hull reinforcement, I'm actually not going to build any of those, but I think the last thing we're going to do for this episode is we're going to, let's rename our sea moth. We're going to call what would we name our sea moth? Let's do for, I'm gonna do the Mothman. Do a Fallout 76 reference, and let's see. So let's go. Give me some color. Gonna do a brown right there. Name, let's make that white interior. Let's make the interior. This is so ridiculous. I love it. And then stripe 1. Let's make it the ugliest looking thing that we've ever seen. There, the Mothman 76. Hunter, this one's for you. I know you're never going to watch this anyways because you don't... I don't even know if you watch the stuff that you're in. But I know you're definitely not going to watch this. Prove me wrong. Seriously. Right. I think this is essentially efficient use of lead, but I don't think it matters right now. So I can't do that one. All right, just put this right here then. Boom. 4.0. So why do we do that? Well, we have 2 more rooms that we really want to build. The first one's going to be the multi-purpose room. What's important about the multi-purpose room, you might ask? Actually, oh, I need a, let's see, did I build anything this side? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're gonna change things up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take off this glass compartment. Instead, we're gonna make a actually, no, we're gonna keep that glass compartment. And off this side over here, which is still, I'm gonna call it like still somewhat shallow. We're gonna put our multi-purpose room right here. So I'm actually gonna tell you guys what I would recommend is your first spot or one of your original spots should be for the X compartment, because you can put things off of any direction of it. You can only do on these I compartments front and back. So that's just important to know. But we have something in here, much bigger room, which means that we can fit other things in here. Like we can fit double bed in here. So if we put a bed in here, that allows us, like any other game, to sleep through the night, which is nice. And then we can also put new power sources. I thought we had Well, I guess I didn't finish the... I thought we had finished the bioreactor. Water filtration, nuke reactor, alien containment, bioreactor. Yeah, so you need a room like this to put a bioreactor. Bioreactor would really increase the amount of power that this place can generate. There's some good to that. The downside to bioreactors, it requires constant, like, essentially maintenance. You have to constantly be putting things into it. So I don't really recommend them unless you have something that you can make kind of renewable. I'm gonna just go ahead and charge all my batteries. Which later on it's a lot easier to make it renewable. Let's see what we got.
This is an automated distress signal from live
Pod
pod
12.
Coordinates attack. Warning. Live pod has sunk beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So that is one of the first ones that you realize that you're not going to get a marker for everything. You're going to kind of... Oh, I found a later game thing. Let's see, what else do we got in here? You're not everything you get in terms of like life pod things are actually going to show you where things are. So this one you get a code and clue, life pod 6. Actually, this wasn't, I think it was a life pod like 17 or something. No, which one was it? Life pod 12. Oh, I should have gotten that one, but I guess not. Oh well. But essentially you get kind of directionally told where certain life pods are. And it's up to you to find them. Let's see what else we got in here. I think that's going to be it. So we went through the caves today. We got a lot of new blueprints. I think the next real thing is just going to be us getting prepared to go into the Aurora. Because there's going to be a lot to find in there. You have to... No matter how little you go in with, you're going to come out with a lot. There's going to be a lot of stuff in there to find. So, I'm going to save that for next time. Might do, like, getting the food and everything prepared off screen, just so we don't have to worry about that, but appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one.
Welcome aboard, Captain.